ang magsisimula ng second round with the 13th overall pick, Terrafirma G.
Terrafirma Jeep selects Kenmar Cariño.
Kenmar Cariño is the first pick in the second round of the PBA Gatorade Draft Season 48. He goes to the Terrafirma Jeep.
Standing at over 6'8", Cariño heads over to the Terrafirma Jeep. They say you can't be tight, but he's, again, not just all about the height. He's got a package to bring with him. Merong pasa, merong tira, may opensa, may depensa.
You know, Magu, this just shows how deep this drafting is with having a 6'8" guy getting picked first in the second round. Just shows how deep this pool is, and I'm so happy for Kenmark for playing for Columba Jeep. I know he's gonna grow there in this team, in this program.
No, I think he'd be another big man with their young big man, Isaac Go. So now you have two twin towers who could really protect the paint for you. He's a good shot blocker. Obviously, he's been continuing to develop his game and improve as a player. He's had some experience playing overseas. He's played in the other leagues here also. So hopefully by now he'll be ready to make an impact right away in the PBA.
Of course, being the first overall pick of the second round, every year we call this the Richard Del Rosario pick. It should be promising yung hinaharap neto ni Kenmar Cariño, and he's now going to be talking it up with Bea.
Kenmar Cariño is headed to the Terrafirma Jeep. Kenmar, what does this achievement mean to you?
Siyempre sabang special kasi ito yung pangarap ko mula nung bata pa ako eh. Kaya ngayon nandito na ako and hindi ko sayang itong opportunity na to na pinili ako ng Terrafirma.
Alright, I'm sure may gusto kang batiin or pasalamatan?
Siyempre binabati ng parents ko, girlfriend ko, tito-tita, and especially TMG family and Boss PJ Pilares.
Alright, congratulations to you, Kenmark. Now let's turn it over to Judd.
Thank you, Bea. For the second pick of the second round, babalik tayo sa Converge Fiber Xers.
Converge Fiber Xer select Brian Santos.
Second pick of the second round, the Converge Fiber Xer select Brian Santos.
Another one of those PBA 3x3 guys. Ito si Santos has shown us toughness and of course his range as well.
He has agility, he could shoot well, he has the length to defend, and I'm sure with the confidence that Coach Alden Ayu will give to Brian Santos, he's really somebody that's really gonna help itong Fiber Xers.
I like the length of Brian Santos. I think that's something that Converge has been really looking for, a guy who can defend multiple positions. He's a guy who can rebound well. He shoots also well from the outside, and he's improved from college, and seeing him play in the 3x3, he continues to improve. Because I believe before USD he came from TIP, if I'm not mistaken, and his improvement from school to school, from year to year, has been tremendous. So it's nice to see him get picked in the second round.
How about Converge going with Winston and Andrade in the first round? Ngayon, big naman ang kinuha sa second.
In the second round, you always go with still the best available talent. Yun yung mga bagay na you have to make sure that he's really gonna worth the pick. And I'm sure Brian Santos will take that opportunity to be an asset to Converge.
So Brian Santos will be heading over to the Converge Fiber Xers. Kapampangan din to, no? What is it with the bigs that come out of Pampanga? They're always quality.
The thing with these players from Pampanga, ang aga kasi ng programa dito eh. I'm sure that's one of the things that Gov Pinedas really brought in. Kumbaga maaga pa lang, they get exposure not only in Pampanga but also here in Manila.
Kaya yung skill set nabubuo, and right now, Brian is with Bea.
Brian, congratulations sa mga PBA fans na nanonood ngayon. What can they expect from you heading into the PBA?
Siguro po may expect nila yung kung ano po yung natutunan ko sa college, and then ma-adapt ko naman po kung ano yung mga magagawa ko pa sa PBA. Baka yun na lang po muna. And yun nga, yung shooting.
As every PBA player, I'm sure may mga nag-inspire sa'yo or motivated you to get to this dream. Sino po yung mga tao na yun?
Family ko and siyempre yung baby ko. Yeah.
Alright, congratulations to you. Now let's turn it over to Judd.
Thank you, Bea. Now with the third pick of the second round. Kaninang first round, they already had 2 picks, but They will be making their third selection of this draft. Balik tayo sa Rain or Shine Elasto Painters.
Rain or Shine select Henry Galinato.
A product of the University of the Philippines, Henry Galinato is the third pick of the second round of the PBA Gatorade Draft Season 48. He goes to Rain or Shine.
Parang maghapon inantay ni Jat idiin yung University of the Philippines, ha? But Galinato, a quality big. Now heading over to Rain or Shine.
No, he has size. He's very athletic. Obviously, in UP, he was playing behind Xavier Lucero, who was picked in the first round. Their import Malik Diouf. But this guy's a physical specimen too, and it seems like Rain or Shine has been looking to stock up on their front line, getting as much size as possible. He's pretty athletic. I've seen him, dunk like crazy, rebound the ball really well. He's strong, and I think that's another good addition to Rain or Shine.
They've got Villegas, they've got Datu, now they get Galinato.
That's going to be a solid pick coming from Rain or Shine. Alam naman natin that how coaching is building this program. Makikita rin natin yung excitement ni Bo Belga nang makita si Galinato kasi nga naman isa to sa mga players that I'm sure is gonna learn from Bo.
May kapanggaan na si Bo sa practice.
Extra Rice Incorporated Deuce. Part Deuce, ano? Para dito kay Big Bo. But you mentioned it, ito si Galinato, he's been banged up, but he's got a lot of promise heading into this brand new season as we move on to the 16th overall pick. Pang-apat to sa ating second round with John.
Thank you, Magoo. Now, we move on to the fourth pick of the second round. Ang pipili po ay ang Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters.
With the fourth pick of the second round, the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters select Rafi Verano.
Rafi Verano, who soared high as a Blue Eagle, now moving forward as the fourth pick of the second round. He goes to the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters.
Verano actually gave a great account of himself with San Miguel in the PBA 3x3 while he was backing up Ken Bono. Now he heads over to Phoenix.
Rafi's a really good player, high IQ guy, works hard, great shooter. I mean, he's one of those leaders also. He's like a glue guy who could really lift his teammates up. I mean, those are the type of players that Coach Jamaic likes. Obviously, he has a former teammate in Tyler Teo also who called out his name. But I think he's a great addition to Phoenix. I think he'll get to play there, and he'll give them some size at that wing spot and a good shooting touch.
Yeah, Magoo, when you get a player as a coach, you want to have somebody who's gonna make your life easier, and I'm sure that's one of the things that Coach Jamaic took factor in picking itong si Rafi Verano. I'm sure Coach John Jacinto also has something to say about it because he used to be his former player sa Ateneo. So alam naman natin yung upside na maibibigay nitong si Rafi Verano.
It should be interesting times coming up para dito sa Phoenix, but they ain't done yet in the second round. Back-to-back picks though. Para dito sa Phoenix, Jet, ikaw na.
Yep, that's right, Magoo. Back-to-back picks for Phoenix. So now they will be making the fifth pick in the second round. Go ahead, Tay.
With the fifth pick of the second round, the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters select Ricci Rivero.
From one Blue Eagle, this time to former Green Archer in Fighting Maroon, Ricci Rivero goes to the Phoenix Super LPG Fuel Masters as the fifth pick of the second round.
A lot of people have been waiting for this, trying and observing who would be picking up Ricci Rivero. Apparently, it's Coach Jamaican Phoenix.
Yes, if you're Phoenix, you need somebody who really gonna keep the energy alive, and that's what Ricci Rivero could really bring for Phoenix. He has the energy, and I'm sure no matter which pick he went or which team he came to, alam naman natin that he's really gonna improve himself here in the PBA.
This is one guy Coach Topex has been waiting for. We've been wondering, when's Ricci gonna get picked? He gets picked now again. He will give them a lot of athleticism, a lot of energy, as you said. He's pretty solid in the defensive end too. Steals the ball pretty well, plays the passing lanes very well. So it's nice for him to get picked here, and maybe he can prove himself again to the basketball world and show that he really belongs in the PBA.
Ganda ng variation, no? Coach Jamaic going with Tuffin in the first round, Verano at 16, and now Rivero at 17.
A lot of energy, a lot of experience then, playing collegiate, and I'm sure with the young team that Coach Jamaic has, good things are really bound to happen for Phoenix.
And right now, he is with Bea.
Another crowd favorite here at the Ayala Malls Market. Richie, congratulations. What is going through your head right now na ngayon ikaw na ang nasa PBA?
I'm just excited kasi yun, again, sila Coach Jamaic yung kasama ko, and I've been with Coach Jamaic ever since nung high school ako. So, at some point, aware na ako dun sa kung ano yung mga gusto ni Coach Jamaic and yung hindi, diba? So, mas mapapadali din, and excited lang ako na kung ano man yung hilingin nila sa akin, mabigay ko sa kanila.
Now, I'm sure you have a lot of idols in the PBA, but who are you most excited to go up against in all the other teams?
Mas excited ako dun sa mga previous na teammates ko, syempre, like yun sila Aljun. Excited ako kasi I've been talking with them for quite so long now, and excited lang kami na magkita-kita ulit, di ba, maglalaro ulit kami. Siguro ngayon hindi na kami magkakakampi, pero excited ako na makalaro yung mga previous teammates ko.
Alright, congratulations to you, Richie. Now let's turn it over to Judd.
Thank you, Bea. We move forward with the 6th pick of the second round ng PBA Gatorade Draft Season 48. Making the selection, the NLEX Road Warriors.
The NLEX Road Warriors select Enoch Valdez.
Enoch Valdez, the 18th overall pick. 6th pick in the second round of the PBA Gatorade Draft Season 48. He goes to the NLEX Road Warriors.
From the Lyceum program, Enoch Valdez, now part of the PBA.
So happy for Enoch. He's really impressed a lot of coaches, even on the combine. And nung nagkaroon siya ng chances to visit a couple of teams, he's really going to show a lot of promise. I'm sure that Coach Frankie is going to be, excited to have Enoch Valdez in his lineup.
Can I just say on a personal note, I wish he signs with NLEX because we're about to play him next week in the NCAA. But this guy is really good. If CJ Perez was the baby beast to Calvin Abueva, this guy's like a mini CJ Perez in that sense. Really physical, athletic, can play 2, 3, 4 at least in college. But he's been improving his game. He's been working on his outside shot. Gives a lot of energy and athleticism. And I think NLEX will love the way he plays. And another hard-nosed player for Coach Frankie.
So may beast, may baby beast. Ano ba kasunod nun? Mini CJ, sabi mo.
Mini baby.
So Valdez, you see him all smiles. At ang maganda dyan, everybody else on that squad looking forward to really playing with that young man. As we now move on to the next pick, it is going to be Converge once again, Judd.
Yep, picking 7th in the second round of this draft. We turn it over to the Converge Fiber Xers.
For the 7th pick on the second round, Converge Fiber Xers pick John Luis Delos Santos.
The 19th overall pick, 7th in the second round, is John Luis de los Santos, going to the Converge Fiber Xers.
And mula po sa Jose Rizal University, John Delos Santos, moving now to the Converge Fiber Xers.
I was talking to team manager Jacob Lau, and he was just raving about JL De Los Santos and his workouts with Converge, like a really solid player, all-around guy. I know he plays for JRU still. I'm hoping he doesn't play anymore, but again, he's also been producing even in the MPBL. He's a solid all-around guard who rebounds really well for his size, and he really impressed him in the workout, and I think it kind of surprised them too. But that's why they're taking him here right now.
Been following the NCAA for a while now, coaching and commentating, and one of the things that I've seen yung nag-grow ng mabilis is itong si JL De Los Santos. He's confident with his decision making, and I'm sure that's one of the things that Coach Alden Ayo has seen in him, and I'm sure he's really somebody who could also defend, he could also press, and most importantly, he has the confidence to shoot.
So the Converge Fiber Xers going with a point guard here. That after going for Winston and Andrade in the first round. And then Brian Santos a little earlier on here in the second. Up next, we head back to the Blackwater Bossing Jump.
With the 8th pick of the second round, 20th overall para sa PBA Gatorade Draft Season 48, balikan natin ang Blackwater Bossing.
With the 8th pick of the second round, the Blackwater Bossing select James Kwukuteye Canlas.
James Kwukuteye of the San Beda Red Lions goes to the Blackwater Bossing as the 8th pick of the second round here in the PBA Gatorade Season 48 draft.
A 6'2" guard out of the San Beda Red Lions stable. Pinili nila Coach Jeff Carriazo. Ito si Kwukuteye. Should be an interesting one.
Yeah, James Kwukuteye has proven to be a warrior. He's played for San Beda. You know, he's really a solid guy, and he's a good character guy, Magu, and that's why I'm sure one of the characters or one of the things that Coach Jeff Carriazo is looking for in a player.
He's got great shooting too. He's an explosive player, quick first step, able to drive to the basket too. Plays hard also. And it's a nice pick for Blackwater to get him this late in the second round because he was one of the best guards in the whole NCAA season last year.
Only the second pick for this crop mula dito sa Blackwater Bossing. Christian David in the first round and Kwukuteye in the second round. That's Coach Jeff tries to build that lineup.
Yeah, he wants somebody who could really score. You know, he's a guard who could attack. He has a lot of experience, plays in a couple of championships. So again, for a coach that's really rebuilding a program and one of the choices, I mean, kudos to Coach Jeff Carriazo for picking Kwukuteye.
And right now, he is with Miss Bay.
James, congratulations. You are now with the Blackwater Bossings. How does it feel to be part of that team and to be mentored under Coach Jeff Carriazo?
Honestly, it's a good feeling. Finally, I got drafted, so can't wait. I can't wait.
Now, a lot of the PBA players, of course, they all have their motivations to continue their PBA journey. What is yours?
Mine is, honestly, I just got to thank God at first, and then honestly, just keep pushing it every time.
All right, congratulations to you, James. Now let's turn it over to Judd.
Maraming salamat, Bea. 20 picks have been made in this draft. 20 individuals have seen their dreams come true dito sa Market. We have 4 more in the second round para sa 9th pick of the second round. Puntahan natin ang NLEX Road Warriors.
NLEX Road Warriors pick John Nermal.
JM Nermal, the 9th pick of the second round in the PBA Gatorade Draft Season 48. Mapupunta siya ngayon sa NLEX Road Warriors.
Playing out of West Negros University, J.M. Nermala at 6'3" is now headed to NLEX.
Magu, itong si John Nermal, obviously we've really seen him play, but I'm sure itong NLEX has made a lot of scouting para nga naman to beef up ang kanilang lineup, and I'm sure it's going to be a good addition to Coach Frankie Lin.
Yeah, he's already 30 years old. He's had experience. He's played also in the MPBL and the PBA 3x3, so medyo hinog na to. His body's ready, and he's going to be another guy that Coach Frankie can rely on to push his teammates to work hard. I mean, kasi yun yung mga gusto ni Coach Frankie nga. We've been saying it, he likes those hard-nosed, tough players, and this guy will fit that mold for them.
Coach Frankie has gone with Ricci, Roger, Valdez, and now Nermal. Interesting times ahead para dito sa NLEX Road Warriors. Up next, Terrafirma will be having another pick as we go back to Justin.
Thank you, Magu. 10th pick tayo ng second round. 22nd overall in the PBA Gatorade Draft Season 48. Making this pick, the Terrafirma G.
Terrafirma selects Mark Louis Sangalang.
Louis Sangalang a champion with the Letran Knights, will now be taking his talents to the Terrafirma Jeep as the 10th pick of the second round of PBA Gatorade Draft Season 48.
Straight out of Olongapo City. At binanggit na nga ni Jet, galing sa Colegio de San Juan de Letran, Mark Sangalang, heading over to Terrafirma.
Mark Sangalang is really somebody who's really gonna help itong Terrafirma. I'm sure mas maraming masasabi itong si Coach Charles, so I turn it over to him.
Palagi kami talo sa kanila eh. No, but Sangalang is a really good player. I'm actually surprised that he went this late. No, he's one of the best big men to me in terms of skill. Obviously, he's a little bit, maybe you could say, undersized as a center in the PBA, but I do believe he can transition to the forward spot. You know, he can post up, he can shoot from the outside, he can rebound, and he's a winner, more importantly, and he's tough. And those are the type of guys that will succeed in the PBA, so I think it's a great pick for Terrafirma.
And yun nga, binanggit na ni Coach Charles. At 6'4", you might be a little undersized for that 5 spot. How tough is it gonna be for him?
What he lacks in height, and I'm sure he's gonna have it with his skill set. He's a smart player. Kaliwete to, so medyo kontrapelo to sa depensa na usually. And, you know, he's been through a lot of battles. Yun nga, ang laking bagay din, especially, you know, having the experience to win back-to-back championships with Letran. So, I'm sure that's one thing that itong si Louie Sangalang would really be excited to bring over to Terrafirma Jeep.
Deep into the second round now, Barangay Ginebra San Miguel will be making their first selection of the Season 48 draft.
Tama ka, Magu. With the 11th pick of the second round, it will be this team's first selection in this draft. We turn it over to Barangay Ginebra San Miguel.
Barangay Ginebra picks Luis Rafael Ku.
Ralph Ku stays home with Ginebra after playing for their PBA 3x3 team. He gets drafted into their 5-on-5 squad as the 11th pick of the second round of PBA Gatorade Draft Season 48.
Gotta love it. Ralph Ku, as Judd mentioned, staying home at Barangay Ginebra San Miguel.
Pinag-usapan natin kanina itong si Joseph Eriobi earning his stripes and getting an opportunity to play for Magnolia. Now, it's Ralph Ku's turn. He's been there for a while, a product of Coach Kurt, and I'm sure he really earned his stripes now representing Barangay Ginebra in their 5x5 team.
It's always great to see a guy work his way up. This guy has paid his shoes there. You know, he's played well in the PBA 3x3, even the draft combine, he was part of that mythical team. He has size at 6'4", and then he can shoot from outside. He can play forward spot in the PBA. He also got his chance in the PBA on tour. And I'm personally happy because he's a guy from my high school, so it's nice to see a fellow Xaverian. And you know, congratulations to Ralph, and I hope he will get some run in with Ginebra.
We were talking to L.A. Tenorio during the PBA on tour, and he was hoping that their 3x3 guys wouldn't be drafted by anybody else kasi alam na nila yung work ethic.
I think familiarity is really going to be a big key. Just like what we mentioned earlier, itong si Ralph who has been with Coach Kirk Collier. So a product of, again, Coach Kirk is really going to give you a lot of confidence coming here dito sa PBA.
So Ralph Ku, formerly of Delos Santos University, and of course the Barangay Ginebra team over at the PBA 3x3 is now part of their main squad and will be chopping it up with Miss Bea.
Congratulations to you, Ralph. Now, we all know that you also joined Barangay Ginebra for the PBA on tour and also the 3x3. How does it feel that you will finally be reunited with a lot of the coaching staff and former teammates?
I'm very excited, syempre. Matagal ko na rin silang nakasama and yun, I'm just very excited to learn from the veterans and from the coaches.
Speaking of veterans, is there anybody in the Barangay Ginebra team that you are most excited to be with?
Syempre si Justin Brownlee. I want to learn from him.
All right, thank you so much. Congratulations, Ralph. Now we are ready for the next pick.
Closing out our second round with the 12th pick of the second round, 24th overall. Let's turn it over to the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters.
The Rain or Shine Elasto Painters select Adrian Nocum.
Adrian Nocum being picked 12th overall. A 12th pick in the second round, that is, and 24th overall by the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters.
And he is going to be the first guard selected by Rain or Shine for this season after going with 3 bigs earlier on. How do you think Nokum's going to be running with that young core? Ang ganda ng rotation nila sa guard eh.
Yeah, itong si Adrian Nokum reminds me of Chris Chu. You know, don't be deceived by his good looks. Marunong manakit tong batang to eh. I mean, he's really a physical player and I'm sure he fits the bill of Coach Yeng being really there. Sabi nga niya is, you know, he could slug it out, you know, with whoever's coming his way, and I'm sure Nokum will babayaran niya yung tiwala na binigay sa kanila nitong Rain or Shine.
Coach Topex, hindi lang yung Chris ang Chu na ganun maglaro. Merong isa pang ganun eh, di ba?
Mabait ako. But going up against Nokum all these years in Mapua, he's a solid wing, very athletic, great in transition, can finish around the basket too, and I think that's a nice pick, and he'll fit into what Coach Yeng wants.
So 24 guys have been chosen through 2 rounds, pero may 100 na waiting pa dito sa loob ng Ayala Malls Market.